Good morning. Today on Spotlight, we continue our interviews with the candidates on the ballot campaigning to become Detroit's next mayor. On deck today, the last two of the field of 9. We begin with Reverend Solomon Kinloch Jr., senior pastor of the fast-growing Triumph Church. And later on our Sunday morning program, meet Danetta Simpson, also a candidate for Detroit mayor. It's Sunday, July the 27th. I'm Chuck Stokes, and this is Spotlight. Your campaign slogan, if people go to your website, and I encourage them to do so, says, "Fighting for Detroit." Why did you pick that particular slogan?
Well, one of the things that we took into consideration, or I took into consideration, is that based on a recent poll, 58% of the people surveyed did not believe that institutional politicians were taking their concerns into consideration. And I got into this race because I've been reared and raised in Detroit. We don't sit on the sidelines. When we see that we have given others an opportunity to partner with us in our pilgrimage and they have not been successful, it's time for us to step up and stand up and get it done for ourselves.
Was it a hard personal decision to jump into this political fray? You are so successful in terms of the church and the clergy, and you've built what many describe as a religious empire here. Triumph, you have several campuses, a flock of 40,000 people. That's a city within itself that you're running.
Yeah, well, the church is not a pedestal to be used to elevate a person. It's a platform that I've been conditioned in my religious rearing and raising to lift an entire community of people. And for 27 years, that's what I've done. I've used it to lift an entire community of people, whether it was distributing scholarships, whether it was exposing children to outside of an environment that they saw every day, whether it was home repairs, whether it was benevolence, whether it was buying cars, whether it was giving people down payments to get into homes so that they can get on a path. I've been doing people work for 27 years.
There are some,
yes,
and I've run into some of them,
yes,
who say, "I love my pastor."
Yes.
And he's not just a good speaker in the pulpit, he's also a pastor who, when you're sick, when you need help, he's there for you. That takes a tremendous amount of attention.
Yes.
They say, what I'm worried about is, can he do that job and still run the city, which is a major job in itself. One, because of what you know is coming. Two, because of what you don't know is coming around the corner, and it needs to be hands-on. Can you do both, or will you move one aside to focus on the other?
Well, Chuck, one of the things that we have to remember and remind ourselves, that it's dangerous to build any institution on one individual. Triumph Church is a church that has spanned more than 105 years. It didn't get to where it is now based on and being built on one person. It takes a team of people in order to do ministry, just like it takes a team of people in order to be the mayor of this city. The mayor doesn't run this city by himself. He has deputy mayors, he has department heads. And as mayor, I would dedicate 100%. I would be a full-time mayor in the city of Detroit. I have a team to run the day-to-day operations of Triumph Church. And on the weekend, as my schedule permits, I'll go to church. And when I'm in church, I will preach because it's a part of my religious conditioning.
Do you have 2 or 3 things that you say, I absolutely have to do for the people if they elect me the next mayor?
This city has to become more inclusive. We need a strategic plan and vision to deal with poverty. You cannot have a city where the median income is less than $40,000 a year, and in the region it's almost double that, and not address that. We have to deal with the disparity in the wealth gap. We have to deal with disparity in income. And as mayor, that would be a top item on my agenda, to be able to bridge that gap and put people on a pathway to build financial security.
How do you do that, Pastor? Because obviously you're talking about bringing more jobs into the city, and good jobs, and making sure that the people are ready for those jobs.
We have to begin, first of all, by making sure that we're taking care of the people who are already doing the work. That can change the dynamic of the city itself, just retaining the people that's here. We have an exodus of middle-class African Americans that we need to retain. And so one of the things we need to do is make sure that we're providing them with opportunities, making sure that we're providing all of the residents in the city with opportunities, but also making sure that we make it attractive for people who want to come back and be a part of what's going on in this great city.
You're formally launching a town hall series. I think it's going to be 7 consecutive days starting, I think, literally
Saturday.
Today, starts Saturday. And you're going to go to the different districts. Why that, and what do you hope to learn from that?
One of the things that I have learned being a part of this city is that so many times we've allowed our community to become so fractured and fragmented. There are so many individuals who believe that they have the right to speak on behalf of the citizens in the community. And I think it's time to go back and do what we were doing in the beginning and at the basic level. We have to start talking directly to the residents. And that's what I've been doing, taking this campaign to the streets, talking directly to the residents, whether they're in a senior housing, whether they're in homes. We've been in so many homes across the city of Detroit, whether it's knocking on doors. And all I'm doing is giving those individuals an opportunity who may have missed out on some of those other opportunities to have one-on-one where they can ask their questions directly from the candidate.
All right, we need to take a quick little pause for the cause. We'll come right back with some more questions to Solomon Kinloch, minister and candidate for Detroit mayor. Stay with us. In your ads that have been running on the air, you talk a lot about housing.
Yes.
Why is that a priority for you, and how do you make it so that housing in a city that many people say is on the move and is bounced back, make it so that it's affordable housing, especially for young people and for our seniors, many who have been here through thick and thin, the good times and the bad times, and now feel as though they're being priced out of the market?
We have to balance reality from fantasy. I love it when my opponents suggest that we built $1 billion of affordable homes. Affordable for who? When you look at the median income of a family of 4 and look at the price and the rent for those homes and the mortgage for those homes, they can't afford it. They're priced out. We have to come up with a more economic model in order to construct these homes, to renovate these homes, so that the people that live in the city and those that want to come to the city can afford to purchase these homes. We know that one of the greatest obstacles to purchasing a home is down payment. And so my administration would increase and intensify the down payment assistance program in order to make sure that people are on the path that want to travel that path in order to purchase those homes. And then we can access and prioritize all of this vacant land in order to give developers incentives and opportunities through grants and abatements in order to develop those homes to make them more affordable.
Pastor, how do you make Detroit a safer city?
As long as one person feels unsafe in this city, that means there's still a lot of work to do. We got to get back to ensuring that the people that live in the city are participating and they are in the profession of helping to police their own city. Also making sure that we have adequate mental health professionals that are riding along with our law enforcement. Also, we will continue to invest in the community violence initiatives. We got to use our trusted agents in the community in order to make sure that they're partnering with us to keep our community safe.
How would a Kinloch administration be different from a Duggan administration, or how might it be the same?
People in the city of Detroit need someone they know they can trust. Number 2, they need someone that they know is committed to them. And number 3, they need somebody that they know gonna go the distance. They need to know that when that door closed, that they are going to be the top concern on the mayoral agenda. And so we will not be an anti-business administration. We'll be a pro-business administration. But what we won't do is tolerate people feasting and getting fat, making promises to the residents.
You feel so there's been an imbalance there?
It has to be balanced in the city. It can't just be about Midtown and downtown. It's got to be about the whole town of Detroit.
Pastor, should gender be an issue in this race? Because it is an issue in this race, and Detroiters may very well decide that they want to make history and elect a woman as chief executive officer, something this city has never done for whatever reason?
One of my most cherished people in my life are women, whether you talk about my mother or my wife or my sisters. And so I celebrate women. We do have some disparities that we need to continue to work on in our community, but we have to remember when it's the right person, it's the right person. Just because it's a gender or just because a person is a race, don't necessarily entitle them to a particular position or a seat. We have to look at their works and what they deliver. Just like they say racially, just because we got same skin don't mean we can. The same thing has to be applied to whether it's male or woman. We have to make sure it's the right person. It's too much on the line to put the wrong person in.
Final question, and maybe this brings it back full circle, particularly for you. Detroit is a town of music, cars, and religious buildings.
Yes.
Regardless of what the particular faith may be. How will you use your experience and your knowledge coming from that community to better the city of Detroit? How will you partner with the faith-based community?
And that's the key, Chuck, collaboration and partnership. My administration, no administration can be a me administration. It has to be a we administration. And that's the first thing that I would do in my first 100 days is not lord my vision over the city, but partner with block club presidents, residents, unions, CEOs, the philanthropic community, all of the community stakeholders, in order to convene a table where we come together and we cast a vision for Detroit. And I use the bully pulpit of the mayor's office in order to convene the table of stakeholders, relationships, and resources and carry that out. No person can do that alone. And I believe the citizens of Detroit is going to show us that they don't want us to do it alone.
Pastor, thank you so much for coming in, sharing your vision. Good luck on the campaign.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
And coming up on Spotlight, Detroit mayoral candidate Danetta Simpson from the city's east side. We'll be right back. Why is it you want this very coveted job, a job that could come with a whole lot of stress, all sorts of stuff coming around the corner that you can't see compared with the things that you know are coming up, but it can also be a very gratifying position?
Yes. The reason why I wanted to be mayor of Detroit is because Detroiters need me, because I'm an independent, I'm someone different, I'm someone new. I'm from a different cloth than everybody else.
You don't bill yourself as a Democrat, as a Republican, you bill yourself as an independent.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. And with that being so, I have a lot more to offer the citizens of the city of Detroit. It's all about us independent thinking, because we have been left out for so long, and I mean for so long. It's been at least 20 years, because I've been out here fighting for the residents for at least since 2005.
If elected mayor of this city, what will be your priorities?
My priorities will be the neighborhoods, making them safe and revitalizing them. We're making them come back to the way it used to be years ago. I'm 54 years old. I remember when there was a house on every block. Mm-hmm. And now there's a house here and vacant lot there. So we need to have a new vision for the neighborhoods.
Break that down for me.
Okay, the plan I have it's called deterioration insurance. And what it does is it will cover your roofs, your gutters, your garages, your cement, your windows to a certain extent, your doors, and maybe some electrical and plumbing. But the main thing, we want to make our homes safe for the residents first, so they won't have to move out. There's a lot of residents I have spoke to, and they say they may have to sell their home because they can't afford to fix them.
Is this insurance that average person will be able to afford, and have you talked to insurance companies about getting behind this?
I'm independent, and I talk to insurance companies on how to start it and everything.
Okay.
And Detroit can be one that starts it. And what that will consist of, it will consist of a person being a homeowner or a landlord or a commercial owner in the city of Detroit. And what that would do is we will insure them. And how we would insure them, they would have to pay a little small amount into the fund, and then we will hire adjusters and everything to go out to analyze the applicant's application with the insurance, and we will determine the things that's deteriorating on your property. Some of our garages are leaning, they tilting, the roofs are deteriorating and everything, and that can help keep violations off of the property too. You know.
When you've been out on the campaign trail and you're talking to residents of Detroit, and maybe particularly young people just starting to try to get that first home, or seniors who've been dealing with it for a long time, what are you hearing from them that they want you to do?
They are very interested. They are very interested. They say that will take a burden off them. They say that some coverage like that they feel like that they don't need. Like, for example, for me, I need new siding on my house. It's not that I don't have siding, but behind it, termites nest there, bugs nest there. So I need my aluminum siding strip, but insurance companies don't cover that. So I would never be able to replace that.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about your background so that people know who Danetta Simpson is.
Okay, I'm a lifetime resident of the city of Detroit, born and raised on the east side. I attended Kettering Adult High School. I also a business owner in the community, and I have owned Vanillas head to toe for 30 years in the community. I was a cosmetologist there, and I trained many, many young people. And I'm a mother of 4, a grandmother of 5, and I became a mother at a young age, at age 16, of my 2 brothers when my mother passed of breast cancer. I had to be a mother figure to them.
We need to take a quick little pause for the cause. We'll come right back. I want to pick up on the fact that you learned and developed a trade and what that may mean in terms of education if you become mayor for the next generation.
Yes, I will. Okay.
We'll be right back with Danetta Simpson right after this. You went to Kettering High, as you said. You got your license in cosmetology, so you learned a trade. Do we need more young people in our Detroit public school system taking up trades? And if so, how would you try to make that something that they do? Realizing that as mayor, you don't really have jurisdiction over the school system.
Right, that's why I supported the school system, for the mayor to have some input in it. Okay. And also,
you believe the mayor should have stronger input in the public school system?
Yes, just to know what's going on, so that way we can know that the children are reading and math levels are adding up to what it should be.
Okay.
And far as you asking me about my trade in Kettering, I went there in Kettering High School, and that program was very expensive back then. It costed $5,000. It's up to $30,000 and $40,000 now to get your license, to pay for you to get licensed. And with that being a trade, trades are very important in school because everybody learn with their hands instead of with their mind. When I went to Kettering, we had nursing, we had cosmetology, we had mechanics, we had band, we had acting, we had so many programs that we can expand our literacies in. And see, that's what I want to come back.
How would you continue the growth that we have, but also balancing that with the neighborhoods?
I will engage myself into welcoming newcomers, and I will also engage myself with the old comers, let them know, hey, you still can rise and shine. And with my program, we all can thrive together and be happy and be able to raise our children in a vibrant neighborhood where it's safe, and the drive-by shootings will go down because
safety is a major concern for you.
Yes, and also with that being so, we can have the trafficking law, like they have the trafficking law for drugs and human trafficking. We can also adopt a trafficking law for where people can't transport firearms illegally, you know. So, and I had a strong platform in 2021. I almost came second, you know, in 2017, but I'm a lifetime resident. I'm independent. I'm from the Elijah Muhammad's family, and all Muslims are not bad.
Right.
That's what I want you to know, that all Muslims are not bad, and we do not believe in weapons. We believe in using our hands and our minds to resolve our issues.
You've talked on the campaign trail about taxes and changes that you would make if elected mayor. Enumerate on that.
Yes, okay, the taxes are being extremely high, and people are still complaining about the taxes. What I would do as mayor, I would grandfather those taxes. People has been here, that's been resident owners for at least 25 years or 20 years or more. I will grandfather their property taxes in. And the insurance program that I want to come up under all Detroiters, I will not decrease the taxes because of us doing renovations. What we're doing is we're not gaining capital gains. We are repairing what's already there, and we already been taxed on that.
There's a chance here that a woman could be elected and make history in this city.
Yes. Well, I feel like I'm a good piece of history because I'm from the Elijah Muhammad's family. I'm the first one that ever stepped out into politics, okay? And also, I'm a new spirit. I feel like God has chosen me. God has put me on this campaign trail, and He know I will represent the city with most of my ability, of my skills that I know how.
Yeah. A lot of times they say if you want to get a job done, ask a woman to do it.
Yes.
You subscribe to that theory?
Yes, I do, because a woman, she uses her backbone. She really does. And she will put all her intentions into what it is to make things right.
All right. Danetta Simpson, thank you so much for coming in and
thank you
sharing
all for
your
having
thoughts.
me.
And good luck on the campaign trail.
Yes, and thank you all for having me.
It's certainly our pleasure. Well, that's it. Thanks to Pastor Kinloch and Miss Simpson for sitting down with us today. This concludes our Spotlight one-on-one interviews with the 9 balloted candidates seeking to become the mayor of Michigan's largest city. You can see all of the Spotlight candidate interviews on WXYZ.com. Just search Spotlight on the news on our website. And remember, primary election day is Tuesday, August the 5th. No matter where you live, please vote in your local election. I'm Chuck Stokes. Have a great week.